of the Fourth Estate to Payne's Pub for drinks. It was 10 o'clock when she got home. Her father and Susan would both have been well into their respective evening plans by then. Life in Newport was never dull. Pushing away the blank pad of paper, Savannah rose from her chair and wandered idly across the den to the window. Her hand skimmed the graceful arc of the swags, but her attention was trained on the night. Benefit Street was dark, lit but faintly by the gas lights that flanked its curbs. There was no traffic. There wasn't even a dog walker in sight. Providence was asleep. She should be too, she told herself. But sleep did not come easily. Too many thoughts preoccupied her mind long after her body had wearied. She wondered if self-doubt came with age. She certainly had never lacked confidence before. From the time she had reached 15 and realized that some women had careers, Savannah had known what she wanted to do, and she'd done it. She had attended college and law school, and then she had won an appointment to the Attorney General's office. She had been there for the past 5 years. She was not tired of the job. One couldn't possibly tire of a job where armed robberies, murders, and rapes were weekly cases. Savannah had her pick of the most challenging work. She couldn't complain. Still, something about her life bothered her, she decided, as Alabama segued comfortably to Michael Martin Murphey. Something about her life? Who was she kidding? She knew exactly what was wrong. She was turning 31 in 5 days. With a slight shiver, she left the window and returned to the desk. Her fingertips grazed its beveled edge, lightly brushing the smooth pine surface. It was a beautiful desk, an antique that had been stripped and re-stained in the light shade that so appealed to her. She found strength in the basic lines of the piece. It was a breath of antiquity made modern. Taking the weight of her long chestnut-colored hair into her hands, she held it off her neck for a minute. Then, twisting it forward over one shoulder, she slipped into the chair, took up her pencil, and began to write on the legal pad. 31. She slanted the numbers into a top corner of the sheet and stared at them. On paper, they were innocuous. Not so in real life. Savannah hadn't been bothered by turning 30. All the ballyhoo had prepared her for the worst, mitigating the reality. 30 had been a novelty, a milestone to defy. 31 was something else. Then again, maybe her restlessness had nothing to do with her birthday. Periods of evaluation were common in life. When a person was as busy as she was, self-evaluation was inevitably put aside for sometimes long stretches of time. Just as inevitably, one had to periodically stop, take a breath, step out of oneself, and look back. Professionally, Savannah liked what she saw. She was a good lawyer with a reputation for honesty and diligence. No one could fault her style. She had grown into her role well. Personally, she was not sure she liked what she saw, but then she was uncertain as to what she ultimately wanted to achieve personally. She wasn't a wife or a mother. She was a daughter, a sister, and a friend many times over. Friendships meant a lot to her. She only wished they could fill the void that engulfed her in the dark of the night. "You're cruising along in cool country," came the deep, lyrically raspy voice from the speakers that flanked the bookshelves to her left. "On 95.3 FM, WCIC, Providence. It's the top of the hour, 1 on the nose, and a quiet Monday night in Rhode Island," he drawled. "Make yourself comfortable, put your feet up and your head back. I've got the Eagles coming up and Roseanne Cash. But first, let's hear the latest on love from Gary Morris. Leave your dial where it is at 95.3 FM, WCIC, Providence, kicking up a little country in the city. I'm Jared Snow, staying with you in the heart of the night." It was not what he said that affected her so deeply. He rarely said much more than the time or the weather or the names of the artists whose music he was playing. Occasionally he injected a note of civic interest between songs, but he was not a political creature who used the airwaves as a forum for himself. He didn't take calls on the air. He didn't hold interviews. He simply identified the station and himself. It was the way he spoke that